What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to be talking about something just slightly different than what we normally talk about. When I do all my pressure washer reviews, I get a lot of comments asking, hey, what hose do you prefer to connect to your pressure washer? You know, can you use those ones that collapse down, all that kind of stuff? You definitely don't want to use those. I know that they're easier to work with, easier to store and all that kind of stuff. You can just kind of wind them up in a bunch and just toss them to the side. However, once they build all their pressure and you're using your pressure washer, but you let off the hose, it's building pressure more and more in that, and those really can't withstand all that pressure. They eventually will blow, so not recommended for that. However, we have a hose here that I highly recommend. It's fantastic. Now, you guys know when I do my pressure washer reviews, I always recommend using the Uberflex hose, which is the actual pressure washer hose itself. I have one right here for you guys. And if you've seen some of my old videos, one in the past I did, Flexzilla makes a hose exactly like that. They actually use the patent that Uberflex has. But Flexzilla's whole thing is they make hoses that are flexible, durable, and do a fantastic job. And that's what we have here today. We have the Flexzilla Garden Hose. Now you can get these in a bunch of different lengths. But basically what it is a three-piece construction garden hose that's flexible, UV protectant, and does an amazing job. Okay guys, so here it is. The option that I have here personally is a 25-foot, 5/8 inch inner diameter garden hose. Now again, when talking about pressure washers, guys, a lot of people wonder like, hey, I think a lot of pressure washer manufacturers say to not use a super long hose running to your pressure washer. For me, I don't see the issue with it. I actually, in my shop here, I have a hose on a reel. It's 150 feet. I have no issue with my pressure washers. As long as there's flow of water going to the pressure washer, there's no issue. In my mobile detailing trucks, guys, I use about a 5-foot hose in there, but the system is completely gravity fed. Meaning I have a big water tank that flows out of a hose into the pressure washer. So very little pressure going into the pressure washer, and I have zero issues with that as well. So as long as you have flow going through the hose, I don't see why length matters at all. So anyways, guys, I do use a 25-footer at my house, but you can get longer ones, and they're fantastic. So basically what this thing is there is like I said, the three-piece construction, right? This outer layer is UV resistant, mold resistant, and is a good looking bright color. You're never gonna be searching for your garden hose because you can't find it mixing in with your grass. You'll always be able to see it. Inside that, you can actually see, let me see if I can get this to focus for you guys. You can actually kind of see this little web inside of it, almost like a mesh. And that is just an extra protective layer. It's actually a reinforced mid-layering that is sandwiched between the inner tube and the outer tube. So it's a little reinforcement that just provides extra strength to the hose. So really cool there. And then last but not least, guys, is inside of the hose, there's another hose within that, another layer. And that is a drinking water safe inner tube. So basically, you don't want any contamination as water flows through it to, cause any contamination rubbing up against that inner diameter. This one's completely drinking water safe, meaning you can drink from the hose and you'll be fine as long as your tap water is not terrible. Now, within the packaging of this thing, I did order this one on Amazon. They give you a little instruction sheet, has the warranty information and all that kind of good stuff on there. How to make a claim by email and all that kind of stuff if you have any failure. Additionally, you get 2 stickers in the box, which is kind of cool. I mean, for me, I don't care about that, but my kids are gonna like that, right? It's a nice little extra bonus that they do include in there for you. So guys, back to the hose itself. It's lightweight compared to most other garden hoses of this kind of quality and caliber. It has a lay flat technology. I don't know if you can use the word technology for that, but basically what it means is it's kink proof. It won't kink under pressure, and it lays flat so you don't have to worry about it constantly being a nightmare like the hoses on the pressure washers. The ones that they come with are a nightmare and they get all tangled up. These don't do it. It's got that lay flat technology and you'll be good to go. It shows on their website that the max working pressure is 150 PSI when 70 degrees outside. So heat apparently does make a difference. I don't know why, essentially. I guess cold makes sense. If it's cold out, then it can, it's gonna be kind of stiffened up and want to bust. But it does show 150 PSI at 70 degrees. Next thing to talk about, guys, is the connection points. Your male and female fittings that it comes with are an anodized aircraft grade aluminum. So no worries on that stuff, guys, about these failing on you. They're super, super smooth. I have my microphone right here. Let me see if I can get the sound of this. Incredibly smooth feeling. Really, really nice. Now guys, just how durable are these? Pretty durable. How durable is the question. I wish I had a vise here. I would actually put it in there and crank it down and see if I can get it to break. I don't have a vise here, but I do have a pair of vise grips. So I'll just put it in there and I'll squeeze as hard as I can, see if I can get any movement to it. And no budge at all. Did I mess up the threads at all is another question. So let's just try and thread this back on there. No, fantastic. So guys, the quality of this thing is next level. It's a really, really fantastic hose. Other options that they do have, so this is the standard option, and I got some questions about people. So at Harbor Freight, there's a kink-free lay flat hose that they advertise. Construction is not the same. I can feel right off the bat, it's not the same as what the Flexzilla is. How well that thing works, I don't know. The one at Harbor Freight. Probably pretty well, but when I buy at Harbor Freight, I'm buying because I'm budget shopping, and theirs does have a kink-free tightening system. So with this one, it's just locked into place. They do have it where you can turn it from the outside and it'll tighten down. So that's a nice added feature. But this one is actually either the same price or a little bit cheaper than that one. And then Flexzilla actually has an option with that same kind of closure system that is more expensive. But for me, guys, you know, you're hooking up to your garden hose, or sorry, to your water spigot. This part spins, all good, so you're not creating any kink in the line from there. And then on this side, anything that I use personally has a female end that spins anyway. So if I'm hooking up to a pressure washer, that part spins. I'm not twisting the line, so I don't have to worry about that. If I'm putting just a regular trigger sprayer on here, you just twist it on, so no worries. For me, there's no purpose to have that kind of closure system on it, so I didn't buy it. This is the one I use. Really quickly, I'll show you guys on a pressure washer. I just did a review on this little Greenworks 1500 PSI 1.2 GPM pressure washer unit. Great little unit. At the end of this video, there'll be a little card to this video, so if you guys want to go check that video out, please do so. But I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you guys in, and this is pretty self-explanatory. I don't have to do this. You guys get it. But anyways, guys, this thing hooks up to your water spigot. Then we'll come over to this side to hook this up. Again, this is why I don't need the other type of closure where you don't get any twist in the line, because this thing already has a twistable end on it. So let's bring you guys in closer here. All right, so here's my water inlet, correct? Yeah, so just place it there. Spin it on. You can see there's no twist going into the line of the hose. Just tightens right on. Nice fit, tighten it down. You're good to go. Good match with the machine. Everything looks really, really great, and it fits fantastic. So again, guys, this hose is just really, 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 really good. All right, guys, and remember, this is a brand new hose, right? I just cut the protective little binding on it off. I'm just gonna walk this thing out and show you guys just how easy it is to walk it out and it doesn't get all bunched up on you. Just make sure you pull it through so that it's not gonna knot up just from the packaging. There you go. And we'll just walk it out. And you just want to work out those kinks just to get it. Obviously it was twisted up from the packaging. Good to go. But you can see, guys, it's not curling up in a coil or anything. It's laying completely flat and straight. Very, very nice. So it's just a lot easier to work with, which is what I'm all about. I don't like to, when I'm doing a housing project or whatever else, I don't want to deal with something that is going to cause more headache for me than it's worth. This thing lays completely flat, works fantastic, and I absolutely love it. Again, does not kink under pressure, just a fantastic hose. All right guys, so that is the Flexzilla Garden Hose. My preferred method for connecting it to my pressure washer setup. Fantastic hose for just around the house because it doesn't kink up and get all crazy on you. UV, mold protectant, all that kind of good stuff. Fantastic hose, guys. I strongly recommend it. It will be linked down in the description for you guys below. Now, this hose is another great thing about this hose is whatever size you need, you can get. It comes in options from 3 feet up to 100 feet. So there you go, guys. I'll also add a couple of quick connections that you can use to plug in your pressure washer. Actually also comes with a quick connection that you can plug straight to your hose spigot so you can just easily connect everything. That's it, guys. I really hope that helps. I know a lot of people have asked me about that, so that's my answer. Flexzilla hose, fantastic choice. Anyways, guys, please make sure to like the video, make sure you're subscribed, turn on that notification bell. We'll see you on the next one.